Hey guys, it's Austin, and I really wanted to do this video for a while, and this is a video, I'm going to be using a lot of psychology in this and answering basic questions that most people don't answer for some reason or question at all, and the question obviously is on the screen. Is Naofumi from The Rise of the Shield Hero a realistic person? And we're going to answer the question that many do wonder, will he leave the world after he's finished? And I'll answer that at the end. So let's start off with what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And if anyone's taken psychology, you should know this by now. And to go through it, basically this is kind of dictating if this person would be comfortable in the space and see if they would actually need to change something to, per se, be comfortable. And you're going to start seeing throughout the time of this video, I'm going to be starting off with the basics in the beginning and slowly get into the stuff later on. So obviously we're going to start with his, physical needs, or physiological needs, as people will say if they want to be, smart in a sense. But so we see that he has food, he does have water, and he has his basic, physiological needs, but that's one part of many. And he does have money, as much people do forget. He does not have a lot of it, but it's still enough for him to survive. And, in the beginning of the series, it was basically him kind of just, trying to survive after being accused, and just, that's kind of what happened. And a lot of people keep forgetting that, yeah, it might have been really bad for what has happened to him, but he was doing what he really needed to do. And that's kind of what makes, Mr. good old Naofumi over here, really good as a character. And it shows that, he just isn't dumped into this world just not knowing much. He has his basic stuff, and he doesn't need to be overpowered like other isekai protagonists. I'm not going to name names, but we all know who I'm talking about. But going on to the next part of the pyramid, we have safety needs, and we all know that his safety needs were not needed. They were not reached, or he didn't really have much safety, even though he has really high level of defense. The fact that he can't do enough damage to, protect himself is a very alarming thing. We saw with episode 1 how the people at the bar, those guys, were trying to gain up on him and beat him up for money. And that just doesn't stop there. He's fighting the waves of catastrophe. That isn't, something that's safe. That's a hero's duty, and he's a hero. And, that's the question I always bring up. What is a hero to people? A hero, in my opinion, is doing something that's necessary to do to protect a bunch of lives. That's just my version of, I guess, the definition of a hero. But we see throughout the series, not just about the waves, but, we have Malty and the 3-hero church going after Naofumi just to kind of destroy him and just get rid of him, because Millimark does not like demi-humans, and the shield hero is the champion or the hero for the demi-humans. So that kind of builds into the whole thing of why he gets attacked most of the time. We saw that throughout the anime and some in the light novel. But continue on to the next part, love and belongings. And this is an interesting thing because we start off very differently, and as I said, we're going to progress through this. We in the beginning see Naofumi coming to a new world, and this is where he kind of just doesn't really know much people, so he has to build kind of mutual relationships, and he builds with, the 4 heroes because they have something in common, and that's kind of how relationships are built in the beginning. And of course we had good old, Malty. She misled him. She gave him the fake sense of a relationship or a friendship, and this sense of connection that really screwed him over in the end game and got him in trouble. And after that, we saw him kind of just not trust people that often. And we do have the slave trader, but that's not really a friendship. That's more of a mutual business relationship. And some could argue, Blacksmith Bro is a friendship. I personally think it is a friendship because, Naofumi loves talking with him. But obviously there's that bigger part of this, which is family. And we see this kind of playing part in the anime, but it's going to be more expanded upon as we further get through the series. But we have, Ratalia and Philo. And it just, there you go. We all know that he loves a certain someone, but he just is in a shock that he can't really trust people, and that's a very normal reaction. I know a lot of people argue that it isn't, but you have to remember, everyone deals with things differently. I could see it happening, but going on to the next one before I get too into this one, esteem needs. And the self-respect and, status and recognition in his freedom, obviously in the beginning is extremely, throughout the first season, is extremely limited just because of one person, but he has this freedom unlocked by a person that he has close to him, which, feeds into the whole love and belongings, but he isn't highly respected, as we saw in the beginning, and it takes a while, even in the light novel, for people just to let go what's happened. And of course, that's a natural thing. Stuff doesn't just happen over, anything like that. But we see the last part, obviously, self-actualization, and this is the desire to become the most you can be. And we see he wants to be a hero. He wants to give Philo and Raftalia a world that they could live in and not ever have to worry, which, it's nice. And he does go out of his way to save people, even though he hates the world, as, he said before. But that's what makes Naofumi, realistic in my eyes. And the true key component to why, Naofumi is realistic and the sense of we can connect with him is for the simple fact, Raftalia. Raftalia brought all the stuff that he needed to be a human, to be normal in a sense of belonging. And this question's going to come up. I know a lot of people ask this, especially the people that look at the wiki. Be careful, the wiki, still into the process of being worked on. But would he actually leave? I'd say in the beginning, if he didn't have, Raftalia, yeah, he would have left. And there's a certain spin-off that, we have different versions of what happened, but I'm not going to mention too much into that one. But currently, where we are in the anime, I wouldn't say he would leave. The issue is you made that connection with that person, and it's really hard to shake that off. As much as he says he wants to leave, in reality, he's not telling the truth to himself. And we, as humans, do that a whole lot. We all know what's going to happen, but we try to tell ourselves to strong guard ourselves so we don't get hurt, in a sense. Because, Naofumi's been through pain. We have seen he's been falsely accused. People have ridiculed him, have never really respected him too much. And, it was all because of the shield. That's kind of why, he was set off the deep end, but not going too much into, the mechanics of the Curse series. Because that's another video for another time. It has a big part in emotions, but a bigger part in a sense of going off the deep end, to say the least. Not going to, spoiler territory. Obviously, I'm giving you a couple seconds to click away, especially some of you that haven't read Volume 15 and, 7. It takes major events for Naofumi to really open up and realize that, I need to be who I am, and I need to be a better person, and that's a good thing. It's because of, one person's death is the main reason why we get this. Slowly but surely, he opens up to his feelings for a certain character, and I know some people have already read up to Volume 22. You know what I'm talking about, because you guys keep bringing that up to me. I'm not going to lie, I like it, but it's interesting to see how Naofumi as a character is this really realistic person in the sense of, he feels feelings like we do, and Neko is such a really amazing author that they, portray a character as humanistically possible, and that's why I think a lot of people can connect with Naofumi, because we've all been accused of something that we've never done. It doesn't matter how severe it was, but it's just, he's a character that many can connect with, and I think that's a good thing to have in your life, kind of thing. That's what anime is, to live your fantasies throughout another character, and knowing that, what happens in there is just, it's not real. That's the other battle of it. But Naofumi as a character, I would say highly, yes, he is realistic. And some people may argue, oh, it's unrealistic that he doesn't open up right away. You got to remember, coming from someone that's been through a lot of rough relationships, you can't just open up too fast, because you have scars from your past relationship that, get in the way of, I shouldn't trust him because I got hurt this time. That's a natural conditioned thing as a human being, and some people overlook that because people heal in different ways and different speeds, and Naofumi isn't a fast healer with emotional scars. I mean, only if his shield could heal his good old emotional scars, but it's something that's not going to just happen overnight, and that's what makes Naofumi such a great character in my eyes. And yeah, I mean, we all know the real reason why he really got better, and you don't see this often, that the main girl arguably really molds the character and they kind of bounce off of each other. I mean, Naofumi does mold Raphtalia to be a mature woman, and in the light novel, when we get into the second season, you're going to start seeing that she's actually more mature than he is. I'm just going to throw that in there. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I apologize for the video going on longer than I really wanted to. But yeah, my question to you guys is, do you want to see the next Shield Hero video be on good old, Raphtalia's age? I know that's a huge debate still, and I feel like I should step in and kind of put my 2 cents into it because, people are crazy. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Like, subscribe, yada yada, you know what to do. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. This is Austin, signing out. Peace.